You know, we all have our comfort meals or maybe snacks that we rely on to get us through a busy day. But how are these conveniences actually affecting our gut health? And how can we make small but impactful diet choices to improve our gut? So joining us now here in Studio 57 with advice on how to improve your gut health is Dr. Naidoo. She is a nutritional psychiatrist and the author of a book, This Is Your Brain on Food. It's really good to have you back again. Before we go into this, because I know everyone's already heard Mediterranean diet, but I want to talk about this gut-brain connection, that for a lot of people, this is a new conversation. It sounds like some fringe healthcare advice, but this is really emerging science.
This is emerging science, and it's based on a very simple fact. The gut and brain arise from the exact same cells in the human embryo. They divide apart, and then they remain connected throughout our lives by the 10th cranial nerve, the vagus nerve.
Right.
So this is emerging science, but at the same time, it's based on a lot of research and a lot that we're getting to understand, enough to say that we should care about our gut health.
Right. So that's why your mom didn't know about this 20 years ago, but now we know that this is true. So let's talk about it. What sorts of foods or ingredients in foods, elements of foods, are good for our gut, the brain in our gut?
Correct. You know, the gut is often called the second brain because it has the second largest amount of nerves and part of the nervous system, so the enteric nervous system. First thing we're going to talk about is fiber. Fiber is extremely important for your gut health, and you can get it from vegetables, berries, fruit, colorful salad like that, but you can also get it from extra dark natural chocolate, rich in things like serotonin. It's rich in, it's also a fermented food.
Okay.
And chocolate has been tested in a study looking at depression, a population-based study of more than 13,000 individuals, and showed an improvement of more than 70% in depression. So your gut health is also your mental health. It's your physical health, but it improves things like your mental well-being as well.
Right.
So super important.
So there's something too, when you're feeling down, you just sort of want to consume, you know, sometimes you want to consume chocolate. I mean, I know I do.
True, and that's the kind of candy bars, right, that are laden with sugar. But the extra dark natural chocolate is the one that you need to learn to get used to. A lot of people love it. Actually, once you get used to it.
I do too. It's a little bitter, but I like it. We always hear, so you gave us kind of an example, but you always hear about the Mediterranean diet being the healthiest diet. Usually it's associated with heart health. But does it go beyond that?
It goes far beyond that. And in terms of the Mediterranean diet, it's rich in plant foods, lean proteins, healthy fats like olive oil and avocado. But I also like to talk about expanding that to Mediterranean diet by including spices and flavors.
I mean, this whole table smells really good. I can smell the spices.
I do like it. From other cultures that actually bring in the principles of the Mediterranean diet, but use, say, Asian spices in this cauliflower and hummus dish. Actually, the chickpeas and the cauliflower you could make into a hummus, but here we used turmeric with a pinch of black pepper, some cumin, and this is ready to be baked in the oven. But it's a way to still take those nutrients from the Mediterranean diet and make it typical to, say, foods you eat, and make it more available to people so they really want to eat it. If not, people have a very sort of kind of linear view of the Mediterranean diet.
So lately also we've been hearing about the benefits of plant-based, and now, you know, you get these people who are like food flexible kind of people, where they might be plant-based, you know, 4 days out of the week, and then, so, I mean, is this also about being plant-based, or, you know, or does it have to be?
So I like calling it plant forward. So you eat a flexible diet. You know, you may eat chicken, someone else may not eat dairy, someone may be entirely plant-based. I think it's about adding in these nutrients for your gut health. The fiber, for example, including chocolate is a fermented food. That's another great group of foods to add. Adding in those spices and adding in flavors. Omega-3s, fantastic. You get those in plant-based sources like a chia pudding. Chia seeds have omega-3s, the plant-based, but you can also get it from salmon. People know that, and adding those in is great. So the Mediterranean diet has expanded to more than just your cardiac health or physical health, but it also includes your mental well-being.
So people that know me know that I'm one of those people that I go down a rabbit hole, right? And like suddenly, like, this is the thing that I'm doing, right? I think last time you were here, I was like, I'm eating nuts now. But what I want to know is, if you choose a diet that feeds the brain in your gut, what can we anticipate the health benefit is? What does that mean?
So that's a great way to segue into a plant-forward diet, because say you have an egg scramble for breakfast or an omelet, and you load them up with veggies. Those vegetables, those plants have polyphenols, antioxidant and anti-inflammatory substances that actually feed those gut microbes and nurture them. So that's another way to actually help your gut a lot.
But are we talking about eventually we have a healthier brain, protected against disease? I mean, what is the end goal?
The end goal here is both better physical and mental well-being. Reduction in inflammation. Inflammation is the basis of so many diseases these days. Both physical diseases, but also now mental health and uptick of anxiety, mood disorders, and things like that.
So
reducing that inflammation is critical, and all the foods here will help you do that.
You are what you eat. You feel what you eat.
Yes.
Dr. Naidoo, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
This program is brought to you in part by Rinvoq,